So typically for my bucket lists, I like to do something really fun to actually make the bucket list, but we are about to move here in a couple of weeks, and so for me, I have an idea of something that I want to do, which is basically like making a big sun out of paper for my summer bucket list. Have I even introduced this video? It's been one of those days. I kind of wanted to like cut out like a big sun and either just like write on it with marker the different summer bucket list ideas, or kind of make it like a magnetic board and like magnet on, or like a pin board. That'd be fun. But basically I am not in the DIYing state of mind right now with us starting to pack up everything. So I think that when we get to Utah, I will officially put together my bucket list sun thing. That was. But I really wanted to share with you guys what is on my summer bucket list. I am so excited about this bucket list. I say that with every season. I usually do a Christmas bucket list, a fall bucket list, and a summer bucket list. I love writing down like goals and memories that I'm striving to make over a season. I typically don't put super expensive things on there. They're really just little memories that I'm hoping to make, little moments that I'm hoping to capture over that season. It's just what fuels my happy. It just makes me so happy. So here is my summer bucket list. I'm just gonna like roll through these and kind of explain why I put some of them on here, but most of them are probably pretty self-explanatory. To play with bubbles with Harper. I don't know why I'm so excited to do that, but I just feel like she's at the age where she would think it was really fun. We technically already crossed this off the list, although it didn't go down quite how I was thinking, so I'm still gonna give it another go or two. Basically for Easter, when we had Ben and Sarah over, I had given her bubbles inside of her Easter basket, and so we tried to blow bubbles, but it was windy, and I just had one of those cheapy little things that blow out like 2 bubbles at a time. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is get one of those bubble machines and that like spit out like 100 bubbles. Go to the park with Harper and have her swing in a swing. I know that Harper is like completely gonna flip, and I'm so excited to swing her on a swing for the first time, take her to the park for the first time. We're definitely gonna have to do that before we move, because we have a park close to our house, and sometimes Joe and I would go there before we had Harper, and we'd daydream about the day that we were gonna bring our kids to that park. And so we definitely have to cross that off kind of our life bucket list before we move. I also really want to feed the ducks with Harper. That's another memory that I've always looked forward to making with our kids, is just walking to like the park or a little pond and bringing some bread with us and seeing how excited the kids are to feed the ducks. It's just one of those moments in life. And I'm excited to do it for the first time. Joe and I would feed the ducks a lot together as a couple before we had kids, and every single time I was just like, I want to be here with kids. Have a family picnic. I am like so excited about this one. I just want to go to a really pretty park. We're moving to Utah, and they have so many beautiful parks there. Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. So Joe went to BYU I don't know why I'm gonna start crying. Joe went to BYU, which is in Utah. I think it would be really fun to go and like sit like somewhere, like, I don't know, on the football field or something like that. Are you allowed to do that? And have, you're probably not. But they have plenty of grass areas at BYU. I think it would be really fun to take Harper to the place that her daddy went to college and have some strawberries and cheese. I'm excited about that one. The next one is move to Utah. Now, moving to Utah wouldn't necessarily be on like summer bucket list, move to Utah. We're moving there because of other circumstances, not because I put it on my summer bucket list. But the reason why I put it on my bucket list is because I feel like this move, any move, can have the tendency to be really stressful, and I really want to make the conscious effort and decision to make this move memorable. When Joe and I moved to Colorado, we lived in upstate New York. I had previously lived in St. George, Utah, actually previous to that, I had lived in Colorado. Previous to that, I had lived in California. And Joe grew up in upstate New York, but he was going to BYU. And so he went up back home for the summer. He flew me out there. He proposed to me on my 18th birthday. And then we were gonna get married like 6 months later. And he was driving me back to the airport. We were having a long distance relationship. And he was driving me back to the airport, and he pulled over the car, got out, pulled me out of the car and said, "Don't leave, let's just get married." And I was like, okay. So then we got back in the car and we like made a U-turn and started going back to his house away from the airport, and I never had to leave him again. Oh, mush, mush, mush. So we lived with his dad for a month, and then on a whim, we decided to move to Colorado. So we packed up his little car with anything and everything that would fit. That car was so stuffed. It was like half an inch off the ground because the weight of all of our stuff. And we drove across the country pretty much and came here to Colorado. We moved into like this tiny little sketchy apartment that was in a very, very questionable apartment building and area and neighborhood, and we were two young little newlyweds living off of Top Ramen, which is like a heart full of dreams. And I remember when we were driving from New York to Colorado, that song by Toby Keith. Am I gonna sing on camera? I might. Let me Google the words. No, it's not Toby Keith. Keith Urban? Keith Urban, Better Life. Okay, when we were moving to Colorado, from New York to Colorado, and we just had a heart full of dreams. We were so excited to just tackle the world and just achieve every dream that we had, like side by side with each other. And this song kept coming on the radio like the entire time that we were driving. It took us like 2 or 3 days to drive here. I'm not gonna sing because Friday night the moon is high. I'm wide awake just watching you sleep, and I promise you are gonna have more than just the things you need. We ain't got much now, we're just starting out, but I know somehow paradise is coming. And I always like that he talked about paradise in this because our last name is Paradise. Someday, baby, you and I are gonna be the ones. Good luck is gonna shine. Someday, baby, you and I are gonna be the ones. So hold on, we're headed for a better life. Like, I remember when we were in upstate New York, we were trying to figure out, like, do we stay here? Like, is this where we live? And we just felt like upstate New York, it was like a tiny, tiny, tiny little country town. It just had nothing for us there. There weren't a lot of opportunities for Joe or for me or for college or for anything. And so we were moving to Colorado, like, because it had so many more opportunities for us. So this song like kept coming on the radio, like as we were driving to that better life. And this song, it was just like the soundtrack of our lives at that time. Is this cheesy that I'm doing this? You guys probably think I'm nuts. Oh, now there's a place for you and me where we can dream as big as the sky. I know it's hard to see it now, but baby, someday we're gonna fly. Ah! I'm like so gonna just start going in an ugly cry. This road we're on, you know it might be long, but faith is strong, and that's all that really matters. And then the song goes on. But it was like the main feel of the song. I had no idea I was gonna do this in this video. So in a nutshell, when we were moving from New York to Colorado, we took it on as a complete adventure. And it's like, I just look back on that whole experience with like such fond memories. And this time is a little different. This move is definitely a lot more bittersweet. We have a baby with us. That adds a whole stress level to it. We're not just packing up a single car, we're packing up like several trucks. So this move can easily just turn into like a very like stressful, we just need to get through this. And so I put that on my bucket list to make the conscious effort to remember to make this memorable. Even if something crazy happens, like we end up on the side of the road with a flat tire, to remember to just be like, oh, isn't this a fun adventure? And to like embrace the crazy instead of allowing it to be really stressful. Moving on, explore our new town. We're moving to not only like a new town, but like an entirely new state. Like, I am so excited this summer to get out and like just explore and just go to different stores and restaurants and parks and hiking and going to different lakes and just like exploring a whole new place. Try something new. I always put that on my bucket list. Try something new and do something new. Those are two separate items. So it could be like trying something new, like last summer I tried sushi for the first time. So it could be trying something new as far as like food or a hobby or something like that. Do a service project. I always do a service project or an act of charity on all of my bucket lists. Last summer and the summer before that, we bought bikes for kids. I really want to do that again this summer. I was hoping to do it before we move, but we're moving in 2 weeks and I haven't even like found a family yet. So it might be something that we have to do after we move, like after we get to Utah. It might be something different than bikes. I don't know. If you have any good summer service project ideas, let me know. I was thinking one of them might be like taking a family like back to school shopping. I'm sure that that's a really stressful thing for families to do if they're struggling financially, to like have to go like clothes shopping and backpack shopping and shoe shopping and school supply shopping. So I was thinking maybe it'd be fun to like take a couple of kids and just like take them on like a back to school shopping spree. So if we don't do the bikes, we might do that one. Celebrate Harper's first birthday. That is my whole life I've always been thinking birthdays are like big for me. Like I love birthdays and I've always dreamed about being a mother and like putting together, I'm such a mess. Putting together birthdays for my kids and just from like sun up to sundown. I think I'm gonna go in Harper's room every birthday at 6:08 a.m. because that's the time that she was born. I think I'm gonna make that a tradition. But from sun up to sundown, just like making them feel special and making their day special. And so I'm so excited that I finally get to do that this year for the very, very first time. Take Harper swimming. Joe and I both aren't like super like excited to get in bathing suits, so I don't know like how we're gonna do that one exactly, but at the very least I want to buy her like a kiddie pool. She has a bathing suit already that I've gotten for her, and I definitely want to just like maybe put that in the backyard and splash around with her. Turn 30. I am turning 30 this summer. Have a fun birthday and embrace turning 30. Summer date night with Joe. I just want to plan some fun little, even if it's a low-key date night with him. Oh, I'm gonna add first night in our home. I love first nights in a house. Even if you were just moving into like a new apartment or something like that, like I love the feeling of like boxes everywhere, being completely exhausted, sleeping on a mattress on the floor, rummaging through a million different boxes to try to find a towel and some toilet paper, go on a family walk or a hike. I'm excited to explore our new like neighborhood and like walk around the neighborhood. So my battery is blinking. So I'll go ahead and end this video here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Once I put the actual summer bucket list together when we move into the new house, I will show you guys. But yeah, if I have forgotten anything, leave me a comment down below letting me know. If you have anything that you think I should add, and also let me know what is on your summer bucket list, what you are looking forward to this summer. I would love to hear it. Bye!